If you slow down and align, you can get better results. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Yasmin.
And I'm Nadia.
If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and the bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video on how to transform your life from stressed and unfulfilled to joyful and balanced. So if you don't already know, Yasmin and I are former lawyers who went from being consistently burnt out, feeling guilty, restless and behind, to learning how to slow down and get better results and become happier. Today we're going to share with you our tips on how you can do the same. So our first tip is to reduce your information intake. One of the most effective ways to slow down your life, create mental space without feeling guilty, is to consume less unnecessary information and social media. You do not have to completely remove things like social media. However, by reducing them or using them more consciously and intentionally has the power to massively change and slow down your life. If you are used to cramming all your spare time with information and social media updates, and even find yourself feeling pressure to keep up with your programs or the people you follow, you will always feel hurried and like you are behind. But this constant bombarding with endless information will lead to a frantic, fast-paced life and steal away the opportunity for you to pause and be present to feel the abundance of space and time that can be available to you. Your life can feel slower and less rushed with little effort by simply watching and following less. And you don't even have to feel guilty about it because there's practically no negative consequences of following this step. You may also want to start being more conscious of the type of information you're consuming and avoid hustle culture content that makes you feel like you always need to be doing more and pushing yourself. Letting others determine your pace rather than connecting with yourself and finding a more reasonable and natural pace for you will always make you feel hurried and like you're falling behind. Finally, when you are consuming content, avoid listening or watching on double speed. While this may seem beneficial in the short run, it will make you feel rushed, frantic, and cause overwhelm in the long term. The next tip is to learn to let go of the old conditioning. We often think to create change, we must acquire more, whether that's knowledge, skills, or experience. The truth is, in most cases, we must actually let go of beliefs, old programming, and old identity and patterns that we keep repeating. So to slow down your life, you must let go of the expectation to always be moving forward and moving fast. To let go of feeling guilty and behind, you must let go of the old programming that makes you feel guilty and behind. For high achievers in particular, to slow down, release self-criticism and release pressure, it's also important to let go of this need to always be in self-improvement and to realize that it's okay to just be as you are without the need to always be becoming better. To accept you are already enough as you are. You have already done enough. You are acceptable now without any need for further improvement. When you can sit and be in this place, set goals from this place, and take actions from this place, you will not only take the pressure off and therefore slow down your life, but you will likely excel much quicker towards your goals because you will likely make the most aligned decisions and take better actions from a balanced state. To start to let go of the thoughts and beliefs that make you feel like you're behind, make you feel guilty and that you're not enough as you are, you must first start to identify the illusions, the false beliefs, conditioning and thoughts. Then with non-judgment and compassion, you can accept, reinterpret or let go of those beliefs and thoughts that are no longer serving you. And this is a process we've spoken about many times called shadow work. We will link down below our videos and our free masterclass called Burnout to Balance, which will dive deeper into this work and give you a step-by-step guide on how you can do this. The next step is to stop comparison and tune in to your intuition. When you compare yourself to others, the likelihood is that you're comparing yourself to people who you perceive to be doing better than you in a certain area of life. This means you always feel behind, guilty, and like you need to do more and more quickly to get to their level. Comparison will pretty much always work against you and make you feel worse. So the best solution is, when it arises, to remind yourself that everyone's journey is different, unique, and has ups and downs at different times. Constantly keep your focus on yourself and your intuition rather than looking outside yourself or to others for guidance. This way you can find the right path for you and determine the pace, the natural pace you want to take your life in. Listening to your own body and intuition will always give you the answers you need and can help you learn when you need to push and challenge yourself a bit and when you need to pull back and rest, so you're always working at a pace that is in tune with yourself. The next tip is to realize you're more efficient in a calm rather than consistently high-pressured state. Although you may have been conditioned to believe that a high-pressured state produces better results, you must understand that this is not a sustainable approach to a happy and successful life. In a consistently hurried, pressured state, you'll be less accurate, less effective, and less joyful, which in the long term increases stress and overwhelm and will inevitably cause you to come to a standstill in your productivity, i.e. burnout. Many of you may have heard of the highly concentrated state of flow. In a flow state, things feel effortless. You are more tuned into intuition, you feel more creative, and you become completely absorbed by the task at hand. This is the most productive state you can be in and therefore the goal. It's not a stressed, overwhelmed, highly pressurized state, but rather a calm, relaxed, and very focused state. By trusting this process, trusting the power of flow state, you can learn to slow down your life and take the pressure off. Knowing that by allowing yourself to relax and open up to this state more often, you will likely far exceed what you would have done in the past in the pressurized, highly stressed state. The next tip is to look at the bigger picture and realize that life works in cycles. Realize you do not need to always be in a rush. In fact, going at a slower, more reasonable pace will in most things bring you far better results than going all in and burning out constantly. By accepting things can be achieved more effectively by taking slow, steady steps forward, then you can slow down your life without feeling fear or guilt that you're not making progress. And yes, you may be going through a challenging time right now, but realize that life works in cycles. And while you're struggling now, it's just a season and will not last forever. While you may feel behind right now, when you step back and take a bird's eye view of your life or look at your future vision, you'll likely find that you're exactly where you need to be right now and are simply being prepared and directed for the growth and good things to come in the future. The final tip is to realize how far you've come and that it will never all be done. To help you let go of the feeling of being behind or guilty, review how much you have already achieved. Write a list of all your accomplishments, big and small, and take your eyes off of what you are yet to achieve. Realize that there will always be more that you are striving to achieve, no matter how much you have already achieved. When you achieve the next big thing, the next big desire will come. And that will happen until you are no longer in this body, because that is the nature of being a human being. It is your nature to strive, expand, and do more. So don't put so much pressure on yourself about it, because it will never all be done. Have radical acceptance on the nature of being a human and that you will have more and more desires. And be okay with where you are right now. That's it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.